Hey guys, what's up? Not Lammers here doing another deck list for this channel, and today we're doing my Performapal deck. So this deck is kind of testing out some of the new stuff that came out in the Yuya starter deck. Ooh, bumped the camera. I put some of the new stuff in here because I thought it would be cool to see what happens with it and whatnot. So yeah, I had a better build and I was really comfortable with it, but I've tested this out and it did well against the group. So this is these are monsters. Spells and traps are off to the side, and I did the same thing I did in the Cyber deck where I sorted them out, this is machine exclusive, this is kind of generic, except I did it with Performapal exclusive and whatnot. So we're gonna set the stuff off to the side, and we'll start with the monsters. And also I sorted these guys out from normals, like regular monsters and pendulum monsters. So we're gonna do the regular monsters first. One sleight of hand magician, because he's new and I wanted to test him out, and I only have one. One friend donkey, because when he's normaled, you get a special summon out at level 4 or lower from your hand. And the rest of these are targets for that. 2 Salutiger, when he destroys a monster, you get to pull a Performapal to your hand. Level 4, of course. 2, oh, he's in my way. He is in my way. 2, Whip Snake. He flips around your opponent's monster's attack and defense. Really useful card. Really useful card. And the last of the normal regular monsters, 2 Thunder Rhino. Your opponent can only target monsters, Performapal monsters. This one, he can't target any Performapal monsters except this one. And while this one's in your grave, you can banish it, and it negates an attack. So that's it for the regular monsters. Really cool monsters, really good. I think that's the only regular monsters you're gonna need. Okay, and now the scales are actually sorted from lowest to highest, and these scales, it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then 8. So there's no 4 scale and there's no 7 scale. So we'll start with the 1 scale. Monkey board. If you don't know what a monkey board does, then anyway, so basically you put him in your pendulum zone and he pulls another Performapal to your hand. Typically you want to go to Skullcrabat Joker, and then yeah, there's a whole strategy with him. I'm not going to explain it in this video. Next are the 2 scales. 2 scales, we got Double Camel Up. I forget why he's in the deck and I forget his effect off the top of my head. And then the 2 new ones, Swing Cobra and Paratrio. Just for testing again, I just want to see how these guys play out right now. They're pretty good, if I remember. This one, once per turn, inflicts battle damage. You can send the top card of your opponent's deck to the grave. That could be cool. And you control a Performapal. This scale, if you control a Performapal or Odd Eyes monster in your other pendulum zone, then this scale can become 7. So basically it's oh crap, I have a low scale. Oh, I'll just put it in there, and since I have a Performapal, I can change this to scale 7. So yeah, kind of cool. Those are the other 2 scales. So those are the 2, so those are some of the low scales, and is this the last low scale? Yeah, and we'll do the last low scale right here, scale number 3, Performapal Odd Eyes Phoenix. Again, from Shining Victories, when your opponent's monster declares a direct attack while you have this card in your other pendulum zone, while you have a card in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy the card. You can destroy the card in your other zone, and if you do, special summon this card. So, really cool. And those are the low scales, 1 through 3. Typically pretty useful since there's a lot of level 4s in this deck, and this is a pendulum deck, so. Really fun deck. I really like these guys. Set them up, and we'll do the high scales now. First up on the high scales, scale 5, and the only scale 5 you'll ever need, Silverclaw. Should probably run him at 3. He's really good when he's in the zone. When he's in the zone, man. When he's in the pendulum zone, all Performapals gain 300 attack. When he attacks, all Performapals, including himself, gain 300 attack. So he goes straight up to 21 whenever he attacks, but sits calmly at 18, which is still pretty good attack. Lizard Draw, again, another one that you may want to run at 3. I like him at 2. When he's in the pendulum zone, you can pop him, draw a card. When he's on the field as a monster, whenever other Performapals are destroyed or would be destroyed, you get to draw cards equal to the number of Performapals you control at that time, minus him. So if he gets attacked, you don't get a draw. But if anything else gets attacked, yeah, you get draws. Free draws. There's your draw power right there. Guitardle. I only ever put this guy in my pendulum zone, so I don't know his monster effect. As his monster effect, he increases a scale by 2 till the end of the turn. As his pendulum effect, here's another draw power card, a 6 scale, and what he does is whenever another Performapal is in your if you have another Performapal in your pendulum zone and activate it, you get to draw a card. So really useful card right there, more draw power. And finally, one Skullcrobat Joker, because you can only have one. Skullcrobat Joker whenever he's normal summoned, and that's basically what you use him for. Whenever he's normal, you get to grab a Performapal from your deck. Yeah, I think it's just any Performapal or a Magician Pendulum or Odd Eyes monster. And his effect is you can only Pendulum summon Magicians, Performapals, and Odd Eyes, and that Pendulum effect cannot be negated. So those are the high scales. And by association, the rest of the monsters. So 3 6 scales, 2 5 scales, and an 8 scale. So it's safe to say you're mostly going to be going into highs and lows. I've been messing with this to make sure there's a good amount of both. That's it for the monsters. So we'll do traps first, and I'll do the Performapal exclusive traps first. We'll move these guys out of the way. First up, I did not sort these. Holy crap! Oops. Real quick, I'm trying. So first off, we'll do 2 Performapal Pinch Helper whenever your opponent declares a direct attack. Something happened. I forget. Because there's 2 cards that are very similar to each other. So this one, it brings back a dead one, I believe? No, negate the attack, special summon a Performapal from the deck, but its effects are negated. And that's infinite. Performapal Call lets you add up to 2 Performapals from your deck to your hand whenever there's a direct attack. And you get to negate the attack. So I run that also at 2, Performapal Call. Command Performance. As you can see, I just drew this off screen, like right over here. Command Performance, whenever your opponent's monster declares an attack, flip, I believe this is flip all your monsters. If you have a Performapal, if you control a Performapal, change all face-up attack position monsters on your opponent's side of the field to defense mode. They can't change their battle positions until the end of the next turn. This is a cool card. You can use it to like negate attacks and whatnot. Last minute cancel. I believe this switches all Performapals you control to defense mode, if I'm correct. When your opponent's monster declares attack, while you control attack position monsters, change all monsters you control to defense position. And then if a Performapal would die, it goes to the hand instead of sending it to the graveyard. So this is a really cool one as well. I might change that to running that at 2. Here's one of the new ones. Again, Performapal Showdown. This is, you like flip down monsters equal to the amount of... No. Target any number of face-up monsters your opponents control. Yeah, you get to flip them down. So basically, as many face-up spells you control, you get to flip down that many monsters on your opponent's side of the field. This is another cool card. I like this one. Again, testing. This is a test build using the new support. Performapal Revival. It's called the Haunted. It's called the Haunted. Speaking of Call of the Haunted, oh well, that's all the Performapal exclusive traps. So those can only be used with Performapals. Next up, we got Pendulum Reborn. It's Call of the Haunted for Pendulum monsters. And Mirror Force. Just plain old Mirror Force. And that's it. That's it for the generic traps. So that's it for traps. Moving into spells. We have, I sorted these ones though. Look at me, I'm so smart. These actually aren't exclusive. Everyone thinks they are, but they're not. Double Performance Hurricane. So I've used this card to troll my buddy Drew a lot. So what this does is target... does it target? Yeah, target cards your opponents control up to the number of Performapal monsters you control return into the hand. So typically I'll have, my field will be full. And he'll have like 3 monsters. I'm just gonna put his monsters back in his hand for nothing. Next is the new field spell, Dramatic Theater, and this is like Smile World, I believe. This is kind of like the new Smile World card. Monsters you control gain 200 attack for each monster you control with different type. If you control 4 Performapals with different types, you can special summon an Odd Eyes from your deck. From your hand, deck, or grave? Yeah, from your hand, deck, or grave. So this is their new field spell. It's kind of cool. I switched out my Sky Iris for it. Don't know how I felt about it. Still haven't really used it. It is cool because it gives your guys a boost. So again, Performapals are all about switching up that attack. And double bubble barrier. Double bubble barrier. Double bubble barrier. Try saying that like 5 times fast. Like holy crap. Basically, once per turn, each Performapal cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no damage from Performapals, from battles involving Performapals. So, really good card. Definitely got to run at it too. And that's all the Performapal exclusive stuff. So you're going to see one card that looks like it should be Performapal exclusive. It's not. And that is Wonder Balloons. Everyone who I played and used Wonder Balloons against thought this was Performapal exclusive, but it's not. So, discard a card. All monsters your opponent control lose 300 attack. So, and you can keep adding counters onto this, and they keep losing 300 attack. It's like another field spell, which I notice a lot of infinite spells do. Fissure. I call it Fissure because I've always called it Fissure. Destroy the monster with the lowest attack on your opponent's side of the field. It does not target nothing, unless they have monsters with the same amount of attack. And I've had like 3 different Fissures, and like all of them have different like wording on them. They're all different. So this one is like the most updated version, I believe. I'm not even gonna guess what that one's from. But that's the most updated one probably. Typical MST, because you need one. I only have one, because I have Performance Hurricane. And Lightning Vortex, because no Raigeki. No Wonder Balloons, no Raigeki. And also, both of these popped up in the structure deck. Like, I was surprised Lightning Vortex popped up in the starter deck. So I was like, oh, cool. Like, there was cards and there was moments where I was like, oh, I actually have that in my deck. That's smart. Good on you, Konami. That's it for the spells. So now we can move on to the extra deck. And the extra deck in this is so generic, it makes me kind of sick. But you know what? Whatever. So, and you'll notice this is a different Gaga Cowboy than the one in the Cyber deck. So Gaga Cowboy is Cowboy for game. Rank 4. Super Quantum Mech, Grand Pulse, Beast, Phantom. This guy for your level 3, rank 3. Corrigan, the Anti-Luminescent Knight, because rank 4 is strong with this one. He is strong. Castel, the Sky Blaster, because you want to put cards back into your opponent's hand and deck. He's good. And lastly, Ragna Zero, and I think this one is actually really useful in this deck because this deck a lot of Performapals are able to switch up your opponent's monsters, like attack and defense, like change up their stats. So, and this has an effect that works with that. Target one card that has different attack than it normally does, and destroy it by detaching the next material. This is a good card for the deck. I like it. It's good. It works. And that's it. That is all the cards in this deck. I don't have a side deck or any recommendations other than what I've already said, which is like 3 Silverclaw, maybe 3 Lizard Draw. I'm comfortable with 2. Yeah, I really like this deck. I have so much fun with this deck. God, you don't even know. Alright, but that has been my Performapal deck. I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe to me, and don't forget to subscribe to James the Great's channel.